A super stacked UFC 259 card goes down this Saturday with 3 UFC titles on the line as Peter Yan fights Aljamain Sterling. In the co-main event, Amanda Nunes fights Megan Anderson, and the card is headlined by the much-awaited super fight between light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz and middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. And you can watch it go down live by ordering UFC 259 pay-per-view, which will be exclusively available on ESPN Plus. And when you order UFC 259 pay-per-view on ESPN Plus, you get a chance to get 1 full year of ESPN Plus subscription for just $20. So do not wait. Sign up for ESPN Plus by clicking the link in the description and order UFC 259 pay-per-view today.
I will not give him my belt. It's amazing that I can fight against, someone of the best in the world, I'm 38 all year, so I don't have time, to easy fights and stuff like this. I want only best fighters in the world. He is one of them. I'm happy. I can fight against him, but we'll send him back to his division.
Send him back to his division. That's good.
So you're in, I think that you're, and I've said this before, I think you're an underrated fighter. I mean, everybody knows you're the champion, but I think this is going to be a very difficult fight for Izzy, and I love Israel, but I think that you're a very dangerous fight for him. And I don't know. I just think that people underrate you a little bit, and I think that's a terrible mistake.
But maybe this is a mistake, but maybe it's good, because they don't treat me serious. So in the fight, when they are in the octagon with me, everything is changed, They start to respect me, but it's too late.
That legendary Polish power. I mean, I was just watching some of his best finishes. Not to mention, man, he's got some decent strangles. I mean, I seen him strangle somebody standing up against the cage with a rear naked, no hooks or nothing, just I mean, I'm talking about not Stylebender, I'm talking about Jan. And also on the floor with a nice head and arm choke. I mean, he is, I listen, it's going to be a fantastic fight. I am going with Stylebender because I feel that, he's just going to be putting on a masterclass, and I think he's going to outstrike him and hit him like 3-1. But it's that one that could put his lights out. So it's, hey, listen, that's why we watch, man, edge of the seat stuff,
Yeah, I know. I think some eyebrows were raised when you were on the feature prelim spot. I actually think that that's a great spot. More likely than not, more people will see your fight when you're fighting on ESPN on the prelims as opposed to the pay-per-view. How did you take that? Did you even care at all? It seemed like people were offended on your behalf, at least on Twitter, offended on your behalf. How dare they put him on the prelim spot?
That's nice. That's nice of people. It is. I'll explain to these people right now the politics behind that position. That's actually, like you said, Ariel, probably the most seen position on the entire fight card. I'll have the most eyes on me. Like I said, I've had a pretty decent layoff, so let's get me in front of a lot of eyes is what I'm thinking. Excuse me. At the same time, being in the prelims, that's an ego thing. I'm really I'm not real attached to my ego at this point. I know what I am. I know the things that I've accomplished. It doesn't affect me to be seen more, and I'll be seen more. Like, more people will tune into that than they will the main card. I'm right before the main card, so everybody's watching that one because it's the end of the prelims too. And it's kind of like the leadoff hitter of a baseball team. I look at it. Everybody's, that's usually the fight that people want to see almost every single time they put these cards together. I'm excited to be in that position. And to not be on the main card, like I said, I don't get paid more if I'm on the main card. I get paid, none of us fighters get paid any different, whether we're on the main card or the prelims. So if people want to stand up for anything, stand up for that. Stand up for, if the guys are on the main card, pay them the most amount of money, I guess, if that's something to stand for. But really, I get paid the same regardless if I'm on the bottom of the prelims, the top of the main event. I'm on a set contract. So really what matters is getting in front of the most eyes. And I believe that position gets more eyes than any other position of the entire fight card. It's logical.
Then I can do it. So you got to make it do it because you know what? I'm going to jab. So if I can jab, you're going to try to hit me running for it. I know what's going to happen.
Update, day 3 with the K9. It's going really well. This is also week 4 of training. Listen, I said with beating Jake Paul's gonna get beat up. What do you think, Mr. K9?
We gonna knock his head off. Dogs are us. Jake Paul, you done messed with the wrong person. And Jadian Love, you shouldn't have been barking because now you're gonna get bit. Yeah, that's right.
That's all I gotta say. I don't gotta say no more.
Dogs are us.
Jake Paul, April 17, you getting your ass whooped.
So we've got Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Okay, that's a big fight that people are talking about. And can't believe I just said that sentence. But still, on the undercard of that is Frank Mir taking on Antonio Tarver, which is a boxer, a world championship boxer in Tarver, a guy that has a knockout victory over Roy Jones Jr., I would say around about the time of his prime, taking on Frank Mir, who's a jiu-jitsu specialist who has very, very heavy hands, but was more known for his grappling in the UFC.
And even when he was getting knockouts, it was like knees, and it was like kickboxing. It wasn't like he had these crazy like punches where he was knocking people out. I think he had the knockout over Crow Cop with it was a knee to the head.
A boring fight as well, but then he caught him near the end with that knee. No, listen, Frank's great. He's a legend of the sport. He really is, and he's been around it forever and ever and ever. Tremendous grappler, heavy hands, great fighter. Nothing but respect for him. But I don't like this matchup. I don't like it at all. I don't like the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren matchup. What's happening here? Fighters, MMA fighters, UFC fighters that have a big name are being brought over to these mock boxing events as sacrificial lambs for them to say, hey, look how good we are. We're destroying all the UFC talent, or MMA talent. So the MMA talent are fighting good boxers. All right, Jake Paul, not in that list, but Antonio Tarver, I mean, if you bring up his record, Brian, I mean, guy is a tremendously ferocious fighter, lots of experience, been in there with some of the best in the world, multiple-time world champion, I think he went to the Olympics as well. I think he might have got a silver or a bronze at the Olympics. The man's a beast. He's top of the food chain, and he's not that old. So you got to think that has to favor Antonio Tarver. Listen, I'm happy for Frank. I'm happy for Antonio. I hope they all make a shit ton of money. But how about they pick somebody from in the UFC that has good hands? Do you know what I mean? At least Conor was a striker when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Right. But unfortunately, he's going against a guy that was 49-0. 49-0, one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.